Hi trainers, I'm Teeds, this is Nuts, and I'm feeling spicy today. I wake up and I am choosing violence. Enough is enough. I have a platform. I'm going to use it. There are things that we need to change. There are things that I'm desperate for. I am going to literally add Pokemon Unite for this. I love Pokemon Unite, and to see it succeed, this is literally my dream. I am someone who has played MOBAs for years, since I was 15. And for years, I wished for a Pokemon MOBA. I always said to my friends, I was that really annoying person at parties where I would only talk about one thing. Like, hey Teeds, what's up with you? And I would just be like, wouldn't it be cool if Pokemon made a MOBA? And that's what they did. They eventually did. I manifested it. For the question of the day, what is something you want or need in Pokemon Unite? Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe from this list, what do you want the most? I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But I'd love to hear your answers. And if you could subscribe and click the bell to be notified for more videos, it would really help this channel out. And I'm trying to reach 55%. We already smashed our 52% goal. So we're getting really close to 55%. And thank you so much for helping me reach there. Disclaimer, this is just my personal opinion, how I feel. If you feel differently, please share it in the comments down below. We are all entitled to how we feel about all of these subjects and topics. So, you know, disagreements, agreements, I'd love to see them all. Okay, let's jump into it. Number 1, no more Gemlock Pokemon. Please, for the love of Arceus, no more Gemlock Pokemon. I have had this become a mixed reaction before in my comments. Some people say, well, Pokemon needs to make money somehow, or like they don't agree with it, they're fine with the Gemlock. Personally, for me, and from what I've seen as well, the majority of you do not want this Gemlock anymore, and I understand. It sucks that you get hyped for a Pokemon and then you can't play it because you can't spend real money on it. You know, not everyone can spend real money on a game like consistently and etc. So you want to use your coins. And in a way, I feel like not hiding it behind a Gemlock is better as well, because if you see like a lot of people playing this Pokemon, it builds up the hype. Personally, I feel like it makes the hype even hyper. You're seeing this Pokemon a lot. Like, I don't see these new Pokemon until way later, so I do think a lot of people aren't buying into the Gemlock. I think it's incredibly cool when everyone can experience the new Pokemon all together, because instead of people just having to discuss the Pokemon from watching gameplays or watching other people play it, they can discuss the Pokemon because they've experienced with it. And I think that's really cool. Like, I've always loved the conversations of where everyone gets together and talks about the Pokemon. It just felt more engaging. It felt really awesome. And there are other ways Pokemon can make money. I definitely think that this Gemlock is not necessary, in my opinion. Some people don't see an issue with it. Some people do. Personally, I think most importantly, actually, that it just kind of makes some people feel more left out. And it also kills the hype a little bit for the Pokemon. So for me, one of the most important things in this video is the no Gemlock. Please, Pokemon Unite, no more Gemlock. Stop locking them behind the gems. But look, Pokemon Unite, I welcome you to my home. I'm trying to sound like a mafia. We can come to middle grounds. I'm so bad at this. You know, I'll just talk about it normally. I don't even know why I tried to do that. So I think that Pokemon Unite could instead, if they really had to keep this Gemlock, not do it for a week. Instead, maybe like 2 days. I think 2 days sounds so much better than a whole week. 2 days is still like the highest of hypes. Everything's awesome. Like, I think that's way better than the whole week. That's the middle ground that I can think of, making like both parties at least happier. But I think a whole week, it just kind of makes the hype not as great, you know? I don't know if anyone agrees with that part, but like that's how I feel at least. Number 2. Now this isn't very important to like a lot of people, or probably to Pokemon Unite either, but I also think this is something that they could capitalize off if they wanted to, and that is shiny skins. Please bring the shiny forms of the Pokemon to Pokemon Unite. I think this would be one of the biggest things ever. I also think this would make people play the game more as well, because a big thing about games that drives people to play games is like grinding. Some people don't like grinding, some people love grinding, but it is a big drive in a lot of games. Grinding for that rank, grinding for that level, grinding for that reward. Shiny skins would be awesome in the game. So what I think Pokemon Unite should do with shiny skins is, like, right now we have those points that you can, like, you know, see and stuff, like when a Pokemon reaches these mastery points, etc., like that kind of thing. But I think it would be way cooler, like if at a certain mastery point you get to unlock the shiny skin, and maybe you don't just get it for free, because I do think shiny skins, you know, I still have to think about Pokemon Unite making money, because they will prioritize making money as well. It is very important to keep the game running, and I can't just be super biased to one side. And maybe you trainers won't like this idea, but it would still bring shiny skins to the game. But have the option to buy the shiny skin after reaching that mastery level. I think it should be done with gems and coins, either gems or a lot of coins. I think that would be super hype. That's the middle ground that I can think of. But to be able to use your shiny holowear, people like to show up. I like to show up. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think shiny holowears or shiny skins let you do stuff like that. It just shows that, hey, I played this Pokemon for so long. I worked really hard to get up to this rank. This is my shiny holowear. Check it out. It's so cool. It's probably rare. Maybe do it for like a lot of points as well. It makes players want to play more because they want to earn that reward. In Smite, we have a system like this, and it was one of the coolest things about Smite. You have rankings in Smite, or masteries they call it, where you have like rank 1 all the way to rank 10, which is the max, but you can keep earning more, and you get stars around your border basically. And I absolutely loved the grind in that. I tried to get every god in Smite to a high ranking. Eventually I was just like, okay, I'm gonna move on now to Pokemon Unite. But it was one of the funnest things about Smite. It was just the grind and the reward, and that's what I think is very important in Pokemon Unite as well. I think there should be something that's big with grind and reward. I also think they should add shiny holowear randomly as well for a game. I think people should have the chance to be able to have their Pokemon be the shiny holowear. Maybe have like a setting where it can be enabled, because maybe some people just want to play their like personal holowear, but maybe you could have like a setting enabled like shiny holowear chance, etc. I think that'd be really cool if a player could just get their shiny holowear. It would be cool if like the shiny holowear does just happen even with the holowears that people are wearing, so then no one has to like choose between the chance and their holowear. Something like that I think would be really cool, because like, can you imagine how excited people would be when they load into a game and they see that they have the shiny holowear? It's such a low chance but they have it. It could make people's day. Like, that's how cool it is. Or is that just me? Speaking of number 3, masteries, I wish that there was like some sort of number like in Smite instead, like the way that Smite lays it out, and having stars around it for every time you get another 1000 points on this Pokemon or etc. Like, I think it's really cool to display it in a very simple way like that. I think showing your masteries on your card would be so cool. Number 4, bring the cost of Pokemon lower, or just don't keep letting it get higher, because we used to be like, what, back in like 10k? Now it's like 15k. I don't remember the exact numbers, but the cost coins of Pokemon is like crazy high. I mean, I guess if you get rid of the gem luck completely, I can maybe let this one go, but because you have the high gem luck and then you're just making the prices so expensive, I don't know. It's just, this is something that I see a lot. You trainers do ask for this a lot, and I want to just put it out there as well. I also agree, the costs of the coins just keep getting higher and higher and higher, and I'm scared that it's not going to stop. So if we could like set just like, you know, put a little door stopper there, slow it down a little bit, and have it just set into like prices, etc. I don't know what determines Pokemon to be this high. Like, why is one Pokemon lower? Why is one Pokemon higher? I wish there was like a clear way to understand why it was like that. But I know that bringing the cost of Pokemon down, like with the coins, is something that the community really wants. Number 5, hype for Pokemon. So this one is a bit like, this is not something people talk about, and this is something that I just thought about instead, and it's been bothering me for a little bit. And I don't know if you guys say the same way that I do. I think this might just be, maybe it's just a me thing and my thoughts, but I think the public test server is really cool because you can test out Pokemon, you can do all these things, but I think it kind of kills the hype that we know about the new Pokemon from the test server before Pokemon Unite actually announces it. Personally for me, I found that the hypest of releases was when Pokemon Unite would announce it on their Twitter and we would see the Pokemon, but now we know like the next 2 to 3 Pokemon every time because of the public test server. And some people might not see a problem with this, like, you know, you guys want to know who the next Pokemon are and stuff, but I feel like showing 3 Pokemon all at once on the PTS kind of can kill the hype down a bit for these Pokemon. Maybe it's just me, that I know Smite, the MOBA that I used to play, does this as well. They also have a public test server, but they actually announce the Pokemon first and then they put it on the public test server after. I think it would be better, because it is still an official Pokemon thing, I think it would be better if Pokemon actually announced it first and then put it on the public test server. But that's just me. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. It's just something that I think kills the hype a little bit, because, you know, it's from an official Pokemon place. Everyone can just put it out without spoilers, because it's not really a spoiler since it's officially from Pokemon, but just announced in a different way. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I think anyway. Number 6. I don't remember what number we're up to. Number 6 or 7. Fashion and Holloway tickets. We have a ton of them. Let's put some more stuff in for them, please. We have so many Fashion and Holloway. I'm literally drowning in my Fashion and Holloway tickets. Like, please help. I'm drowning. Number last one. Don't know what number I'm up to. Separate leaderboard. I would love a separate leaderboard for solo queue. Like, I'm probably not going to be on that board like ever in my life. This just goes back to like grinding and everything. A lot of people in this game are solo queue. So to have that drive to be up on the leaderboard would be awesome. I know a lot of people that would love to grind up to be on that leaderboard. I'm going to accept that I probably will not be. There are a ton of people that would love to grind for that leaderboard, like to be on the top spot, because at the moment it's just hard, because as a 5-man party or a solo queue person to try and get above them, it's literally like, I feel like it's impossible because, you know, they're dealing with solo queue. It's a very, very hard. I think a separate leaderboard would be really cool. Okay, so that is all for my list. Thank you so much for watching, trainers. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. I'm fighting for this, trainers. We're going to fight for this. Well, I'm going to fight for this. You know, it can be just a 1-man army. I'm fine with it. I will fight for you. You guys just chill and play Pokemon Unite. I will fight for you, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Oh, like the video if you agree. Yep. Bye-bye.